Barley Me, a beer podcast hosted by Ben Rice, featuring conversations with the people behind your favorite beers and the people who drink them. This episode of Barley Me is brought to you by Lyft. Use the promo code BarleyandMe for $5 off your first ride. This episode is also brought to you by the California Craft Beer Summit, occurring on September 7th and 8th at the Sacramento Convention Center, with a Summit Beer Festival to follow Saturday, September 9th. Get your tickets at californiacraftbeer.com.
Right. Jesus Christ.
You want us to take over for it?
I go by Jesus, but go ahead.
All right.
Hey guys, this is Barley and Me with Ben Rice, and I am not Ben Rice.
50.
This is also not Ben Rice.
Not Ben Rice.
But Ben Rice doesn't know how to do Ben Rice's job, so we're doing Ben Rice's job for him.
It's episode 50, by the way.
Welcome to episode 50 on behalf of Ben Rice.
With me today, I'm Ben Rice. If anyone's confused about what's going on, with me today, Rodger Davis from Faction Brewing. And also DJ Sandhu, stand-up comic, wonderful human being. Beer
Oh, you're a
connoisseur.
stand-up comic?
And
Yes,
look
sir.
at that beard. Yeah.
That's nice.
He's a
coming
beautiful
in.
human being. Snappy dresser, video episode. Gotta bring him on. So Rodger, let me ask you a question. How's business here at Faction Brewing?
It's good.
Good or great?
We'll go great.
I knew it.
Any other questions?
No other questions.
All right.
Your Honor.
All right, welcome to episode 50. It was a blast
Pleasure
having
seeing
you.
We're
Yeah.
done here.
I said good night, New York.
Thank you for tuning in.
DJ, it's your birthday. How'd that go for you?
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. It was great.
Salute.
We had no plans at all. So I ended up at Concert at the Park in Sacramento. And then my girlfriend's dad hit us up and asked us if we wanted his box seats for the Tool concert.
You said
Oh,
no.
nice.
Yeah. We're like, no, thank you. We'd rather not. No, we got some edibles.
It
and
turns
we,
out Tool sucks.
yeah. Honestly, I've
Doc.net.
honestly not liked. I've seen Tool live, I think 9 times or something, maybe.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have not liked them since like the second time I saw them.
But you went 7 more times.
Well, they were part of something else that I wanted to see, like Aftershock, or like they were part of a festival, and they're
But
closing it
they're
out.
typically the headliner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I went because there was a lot of other stuff
Okay.
before them.
So then you saw Tool and you walked out.
Well, whoever I'm with always wants to see Tool, so I've always stuck around to watch them, and I've just always been incredibly bored. But this time, because our box seat was almost in the very middle, so we're pretty much sitting in the spot where the light show was created for.
So you had box seats to go see a punk band called Tool.
Well, they're not
Box
punk.
seats.
Yeah, like an alt
They're not
band.
metal. They're heavy.
Well, they're lame. I understand
They're
they're
on the
lame.
heavy
Don't get me
side.
wrong. I took a shit one time with Tool playing, and I did not flush.
This is a
I just walked away.
of the
I'm
reality.
like, Tool's playing, I'm out.
You know what he needs? An enema.
Ah,
That's a Tool reference, guys.
that's the
It's a
album
Tool.
title. I saw Tool back in 2002, and there was a hilarious part where the audience was going apeshit for everything that was happening, including interludes. And he's like, "Repeat after me, you guys. I need you guys to a crowd thing. Repeat after me. Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority."
Goddamn.
And they were doing it. for
Words
like
to live by
5
right there.
Minutes.
And that was
The audience was repeating it back to him in like this monotone you only see in church.
that was
It was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
was that at Arco Arena?
I was living in Minneapolis at the time.
Oh, okay.
So it was whatever the fuck that
Oh,
was.
oh,
funny,
jeez.
he actually,
oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Midwesterner.
Here,
sorry,
can you hold this
guys.
for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez. Oh,
jeez.
jeez, you guys.
He
Oh,
actually
jeez.
has his own winery.
Yeah.
And,
in Arizona,
I
where
just-
there's no wine.
Yeah, or grapes, or
What the-
like
Who has a fucking winery in
Maynard
a
James
desert?
Keenan
Maynard.
does.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
you
saw a
can't fix
photo-
stupid.
I just saw like a hella douchey photo of him today where
Today?
it said
so you follow this band?
no, somebody just posted this meme or what, I don't know what the fuck it was, and it was like this quote from him that said somebody had asked if our wine was vegan, and then I found out that it was, so I fixed it, and it's a picture of him dipping bacon in the fucking wine, and like just unnecessarily for no reason, like, and that feels like that's not something
That's
that
so
he would
punk
do.
rock, dude.
I don't know, man. Like,
That's so alt metal.
Yeah.
That was just- I mean-
sorry. That's so alt metal.
it was
It's fucking
I don't know.
stupid, man.
Yeah, it's like the weirdos that are like, we're gonna dip our bullets in bacon grease so the Arabs can't see their.
I dipped
It's
my
like,
balls
what
in
the
bacon
fuck?
grease once.
It's so weird. People were fucking weird, but the concert was dope. I think the edibles helped out tremendously. I definitely can't watch them.
What are these edibles
sober.
you speak of?
They are.
The snacks?
They are. Yeah, you just ingest them, and
Ingest them.
you just put them in your mouth and chew on them, and then let them go into
Dude.
your stomach, and then feel good. They are not drug related
Oh.
at all.
Not
Okay, good.
Not whatsoever.
So it's family fun.
It is
Right.
give.
You can go miniature golfing
hand
afterwards.
them out to the kids for Halloween.
perfect. Miniature golfing, you can do that, right? Edibles before you hit
Bowling.
Ooh,
Bowling,
definitely
yeah.
bowling.
Nothing else could make bowling tolerable.
Come on, bowling's fun, man.
Now, if you're going to ingest edibles, can you also imbibe beers?
Very much.
You can.
Yeah.
Do they work together?
I
okay?
bought myself a 6-pack because we're in a suite, so we don't have to go. We don't have to go buy
suite?
anything. Yeah.
What is the suite you speak of?
the box seats for
Oh, for Tool.
yeah.
You know, I got
'Cause
box
they're
seats
in
from
arenas
Airbnb
now.
In the 90s,
Yeah.
and they were not.
Because
a
that's
suite.
punk.
Dude, it was amazing.
seats
So
in
I
the
didn't have to
middle
get
of
up to
the
get my own stuff at all. There was a lady that, like, that's her whole job is to make sure that
Wow.
we get to enjoy the show.
Okay.
And so I just give her my card, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll be right back with your drinks." And I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna sit here in this padded leather chair and fucking
And massage
cool.
myself.
yeah." It felt weird.
Always have
It
fun
felt
with
really
yourself.
weird.
Don't ever get caught, though. That's what I've
When
been
you're
told.
massaging yourself in public?
Yeah, and don't
Yeah.
get caught.
Do not. No.
But if you do get caught, keep eye contact. Don't bitch out.
Yeah. Act
And
like
finish
you know what
the
you're
job.
doing.
Yeah.
Act like
Be
you're
a
like.
man about it.
Yeah.
Finish the job.
Yeah, don't.
Make sure you're comfortable and they're
Oh.
uncomfortable.
Finish the job.
I mean, if you're gonna play gay chicken,
Right.
you want
Make
to win.
sure you win.
What is gay chicken?
You ever heard of gay chicken?
What the fuck?
Gross. You know what I really hope is that we
I got a
do
couple of
this-
videos of some of that shit. I'm sorry, what was the question?
All I was saying was I hope that at the end of this episode we get to make another Tool reference at the very end, so that this whole episode is a perfect circle.
What is this tool you speak of?
This is a band where he's a vocalist.
Oh, that was so horrible.
I've been waiting 3 minutes to say it.
By the way, I just called you an Uber. It'll be here in any second.
This episode is brought to you by Lyft.
We're gonna get cease and desist orders from both companies.
Use promo code Barley Me for $5 off your first ride with Lyft.
What do we have, an advertisement
I mean,
commercial break
I'm
here?
usually really bad at it, but you gave me the opening. It's new. It's a new thing that I'm doing.
Was that an actual thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I
Wow.
made $0 off it so far,
Not now.
but now I can take upward of $15.
Is that like?
Oh, you get a free
that's not-
ride back to the hotel.
Essentially.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, then why do we give a fuck?
We don't.
Alright.
Every little bit counts, you know. $5 is more than $0. I'm so annoyed.
Tell you what, that bar tab you've got going in there is going to be a lot more than that.
Please download Lyft. The promo code is Barley Me.
Please. And then delete it and download it again. And
And then-
promo.
New
And tell your
username.
friends,
New
ass
username.
lips.
Don't change your phone plan. Get a new phone number. That's how you track it.
I was trying my phone number. Man, there's no way to hide. You can't run scams anymore.
Yeah, they figured it all out.
It's so hard to run scams now.
Dude, I was talking to someone, I can't remember who. Oh, wait, it was him.
It was me.
And he actually is a scam artist.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't-
He lies about having a
Oh,
podcast
don't bring that-
so he can just get free beer.
So he's been scamming me for a couple of weeks now.
That's
I want free beer.
That's all I do this podcast for. Free beer. That's 100% true.
So he came out and he
That's
got.
why I do comedy.
I have no knowledge.
He's had like 4 beers now, and it's
This is all-
costing me $25.
Plus his time. They're not even open today.
No.
I did it.
And after this, they will never be open again.
Because I've drained the final.
Shutting it down.
Everybody's gonna watch the episode and be like, "Well, fuck that brewery."
Yeah. So Rodger, why would you even open a brewery when you're just gonna give me free beer?
Because I'm stupid.
It's a pretty bad business model.
Yeah. It was actually written in the business model, and that people invested in us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The bank was like, "You've got a loan."
We didn't go. We didn't go to a bank.
By loaning other people
We
things.
didn't go to a bank. We didn't. We had to go after private investors.
That's the best way to
Banks
do it.
banks would laugh at us.
They would want money immediately for some reason.
So in
Private investors. they
Yeah,
can
and
kinda
it
take their
turns
time.
out
in the Bay Area, is it like, do you go after like the same VCs that like a lot of the?
we didn't do VCs so much. What we ended up doing is we went after. We didn't go after VCs. We went after private people. And VC is someone that looks at their numbers and like, hey, bottom line is like, what are you gonna do with this? How are you gonna get my? How am I gonna? Oh, sorry, man. It's okay. I didn't need that there anymore, anyways.
Man down, man down.
But it was
Sack
just
the
like
juggler.
there was so much going on, and like we didn't know what to do. Should we go VC? Should we go private? And we went private. And basically, to open this brewery was a lot of money.
It's a recommissioned military base, essentially.
Yeah. Basically, what you're looking at behind us is the runways.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Was this Marine? Was it Air Force? Was it?
It was a Navy base, but this actual building, and if you look to the other sides of these, which you won't see, but if anyone looks up Faction Brewing, you can see it on the
on the old Google Maps.
Google Maps. Basically, there's 4 buildings that are all cookie cutters, but this building that we're in right now was run by the Marines because they're a branch off the Navy. So we always have a little bit more when we walk around this base.
A little more
That's
bravado.
closed down and it's all ready, decrepit and ready to fall down, but it is what it is.
And if you're watching this beer podcast and don't like beer, you can go to a distillery, you can go to a whiskey maker, you can go to a winemaker.
No, you can't. You can only go to Faction.
Now.
You can go to Faction.
You can only go to Faction.
But it's crazy.
Come on, Ben. You don't go to somebody else's brewery and tell customers where else they can go other than
No,
the
there's
brewery.
actually a distillery right next to us, which is awesome, and a winery right down the street.
It's fucking
Which
great.
is
So if
awesome,
you like
too.
Alcohol, just come right here.
Yeah, I did a show at that winery. They have a really cool setup for their shows.
It's a great place.
It's pretty cool. Rockwall is a mom and pop operation, or
they're
not
really
mom and
sweet.
pop. It's a dad and daughter. St. George, pretty much one of the first distilleries in the U.S. in '82 to do like small distillate, and now there's a revolution. What's the word? No, it's not beer revolution. It's a renaissance of small distilleries doing that, and we're a small little mom and pop, my wife and I.
So is it just to start up? Do you think it's or not even think, you would probably know? Would it be more to start a liquor distillery or a brewery or a winery?
What costs more?
If outside
Brewery
of like
definitely costs more because
Brewery
you
costs
have
most?
so much of the stainless steel and the apparatus that goes around the tanks, the glycol system. So, I'll be honest, it cost us almost $400 million.
$400 million?
$400,000 to get this equipment, and then
the equipment alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you can open a winery and just do whatever you want to do, distillery. I don't know what stills cost, but you know, anyone can go in and like throw. Yeah, we're making distillate. It's like no, there's a fucking art to doing that, and to be able to like taste what tastes good when it comes off the still. That's how you make your product. And anyone can open a brewery too. It's you get someone behind you, and next thing you know, you got enough money to open something. But
unfortunately, anybody does open up a brewery now.
And unfortunately, that is happening.
It's watered down tremendously.
There's a lot of people that are just in there for the money, which, by the way, there is none.
Well, it turns out Claudia and I still live in our little apartment in Oakland. It's very relatively cheap. When we move out, we're fucked. I've been there for 15 years, and bottom line is we're paying relatively low for what we're at. I won't mention any prices, but on camera.
Right.
But we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked in the Bay Area
Well,
because
what sucks the most
Silicon
about it
Valley is basically just infiltrating the whole Bay Area, and it's a sickness, and everyone's like going out to Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Switchy.
Change places! Get it?
It's awesome. Oh, you want to go all the way. All right.
Ugh.
It's in the middle, the way it's supposed to be. So I've got your a Penske file for you.
Oh,
What the hell
I'm
is a
like,
file?
what the fuck is this, man? I didn't ask for this beer.
I remember what you asked.
What's
for
it called?
Penske file.
What is that?
It's a Seinfeld reference.
I don't know it.
Penske file? You're not Penske material?
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
I only know that he's not sponge-worthy as far as material is concerned.
No, Seinfeld is sponge-worthy. Oh, sorry, I just burped in your face because the air is going this
Now, that
way
was,
now.
was that Putty? Putty wasn't sponge-worthy, right?
No, he was
He's very
sponge-worthy.
Oh, he was
He's
sponge-worthy.
very sponge-worthy.
That's what it was.
Anyways, not to change the subject, but I will.
Please.
Heading up to the hop harvest this year.
Where's that at? I feel like it might be
It's down in
Washington.
San Diego.
Are you heading up to San Diego? Just to
Hey,
clarify.
just don't judge me in my flight patterns.
Who's to say what's up?
That's true.
All right.
Can we find the elevation maps on this? We can figure out which one is up.
It's not necessarily
I feel
up.
like San Diego's down.
North
Well,
doesn't
you're right on the bay, though. You're
mean
right on the
up.
water. The water level is 2 feet for you, so I guess it makes sense that you're probably going up to San Diego.
That was funny. Still laughing. Sorry.
All right,
many
so the hop
cameras left.
harvest. What's going on with the hop harvest?
I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Please do.
I feel like there should be some beer
Can you-
talk on the
can you
Barley and
say-
Me podcast.
Doesn't have to be. Do they have hop farms out there?
In San Diego?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just asking what's logical about the hop harvest in San Diego.
No, they import them from
No,
I know.
it's in Yakima.
from Arizona.
I know. That's why I was like, are you going to
Yeah.
Washington?
A bigger desert.
They get it all from
Does
Arizona.
anyone notice that San Diego is actually a desert?
Good point. That is a great point.
It's very hot there.
Yeah, and yet tons of beer. Because you can't just drink water.
Well, they steal the water from us.
Yeah, we give
NorCal.
SoCal all their water.
They
That's
get
why-
some from the Colorado River, but
That's why they don't want California breaking off into 2 states.
I know.
It's because their economy, the SoCal economy, would be fucked.
Can we actually, as California as a whole, break away from the union?
No, Texas is the only one that has the legal authority to be able to do so.
Yeah.
Because it has it written into their constitution.
Now I've heard from Tool songs that California will break off
By the way,
by way of
Tool.
earthquakes and tidal waves.
I just took a shit and called it Tool.
Yeah, and you got to learn to swim.
You got to learn to swim.
Yeah.
Learn to swim.
Not talking
Learn
about
to
breaking
swim.
the earth apart.
Meet
Learn
me
to
down
swim.
in Arizona Bay, bro.
Wow.
It's actually a really good song. You would actually like it a lot.
What's your brewing history before you started Faction?
I brewed at other breweries,
Like what?
breweries that existed. to be honest with you, I've been brewing professionally since '97. I started home brewing in 1990 after a Grateful Dead trip up here to the Bay Area. I lived in SoCal. I was like, wow. Met these fucking crazy ass Canadians high on acid, and I was just like, whoa, my God. They just infiltrated my bus and started talking to me, and I was just like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you guys? I was trying to play backgammon on acid, and my mom's not going to see this, right?
Depends. Don't tell her about the link.
No, she wears the pens, so she'll be good. But the bottom line, it was just like, these guys were hanging out, and we were in the Marin Headlands, which is literally on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge, and we're freezing our asses off, tripping our balls off, my friend and I, and playing backgammon. And these guys popped in, and they were like, "Oh my God, we're so cold," and we hung out with these guys. You know, this is way before all this bullshit of like, you know, hey, text me, you know, email me. You know, it was just like it was
1990.
It was a couple of people getting together.
Yeah, it was like send a courier pigeon. And
it probably wouldn't happen. There was gale force winds.
you're like, email me. I'm gonna swing by Blockbuster and get some AOL minutes on my way home.
What is Blockbuster didn't even exist, man. It was just this was in 89, 90.
Blockbuster was around in '89.
It was.
I don't give two shits if they were or weren't.
But
has nothing to do with my
but
story.
AOL wasn't,
lips.
and you couldn't get AOL minutes in 1999.
You could not. 1994 was the 93 AOL minutes. That's where it came in. But the important thing is,
By all means, let me know when you're done with your stories.
I'm done. If you can continue with your acid trips, then I just.
So I'm sitting there, I'm fucking tripping balls, and I'm fucking drinking a beer, and all of a sudden we get this knock on the door, and the Canadians came in, and basically we're just sitting with the Canadians. And the Canadians are like telling us how they make beer. This was in 1990.
Do they work for Moosehead?
And they basically just like explained how they made the fucking beer on their fucking stove and added the hops, added the malt, added the hops, and like I was just like, you know, 90. I was 20. Whoa, look at that thing.
Birdies.
Seagulls are coming in. So I was actually I was 20 years old. I was 20 years old. So I was just like, I was so stoked to hear this shit. And I was just like, it just went to my fucking brain. Like, I want to make beer. You know, it's like, I'm a college dropout. You know, fuck that. I barely got through high school. It's like, I love beer. What the fuck am I going to do with my life? Fuck if I know. So I became a bike messenger in the city. But I was still making beer. And as a result, I ended up going to school for it. They teach you how to burp. And, you know,
in the syllabus.
It's become a passion of mine since. Because of that, you know, because of sitting at the headlands in Marin and just having these Canadians come in and just talk to me about something that I've never seen or heard of before that you can do at your house. I got back I lived in LA at the time, and I went back and basically fucking just looked up in the Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages for you kids is something that we all used to use.
It's a
before
paper-based
Google.
version of Yelp.
Yeah.
Well, there's no reviews. You have no idea if it's any good. You just call it and find
Never.
out.
Yeah. No, you didn't even call. You just show up.
Nope. You just open to the page and you never go for the first one.
Never.
Ever. The first
Ever.
one. Never.
They got
never
the half-page ad. Fuck them.
Because they always did
everybody-
AAA.
Everybody had the AAA. Every one of them. Every category had a AAA, and whoever was alphabetically first, fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
They're just trying to get noticed, but they have a horrible product.
Yeah.
Because they suck.
The more you scream,
They're good
the
at
more you
marketing.
suck.
But anyways, on that note, basically showed up at a local place and got a beer kit in 1990 and haven't turned back since.
Isn't it crazy how often there's like brewers that don't really, you said you dropped out of college?
Yeah.
Got out. Comedians don't really stick around too much as far as education is concerned. Because brewing is a science, comedy is a thing that requires an education to be good, but like so many people don't have that top
education
level
for a comedian is always like learned.
Right, you learn it through life experience,
Yeah.
and you learn it through brewing experience. You just try, and you fail a lot, and then you're like, I got this. And it's just like through life experience, which is a way better teacher than any school will ever be.
I totally agree.
Well, but both of them require a degree of creativity, though.
Yeah.
And creativity is not taught in school.
It's not at all.
At all. Like,
Creativity is not taught, period. You know, it's
Period.
It's taught by your parents.
Yeah.
And if your parents aren't teaching you, then they're teaching you to go find it.
But I think creativity is closer related to IQ. And IQ isn't at all affiliated with being smart. Those aren't the same thing. Like even though like intelligence is part of the name of IQ, it's not like smart. The way that we've developed smart is memorizing facts, and that's all school teaches you how to pass tests, and that's it.
Bullshit.
They don't teach you knowledge. They don't teach you how to be a smart
I know to pour
person.
a beer, but can't pour a beer. I understand how
But
the science works, but I cannot do it.
We think that it's more important to know when the Declaration of Independence was signed than it is to know what the Fifth Amendment is.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the Bill of Rights, but they know when we signed. Like, and that's trivia. School just teaches you trivia.
We're all relatively the same age, but maybe today's school children are being taught more of like what the second, third, fifth.
They're
not.
Well,
amendment?
No,
Really?
they are.
Absolutely teaching you for the test at this point in time.
They right
I don't
now
wanna
it's
get into
the test of.
You work in education.
yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
It's
We're fucked.
It's ugly.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's,
kidding, of course, man.
Just the thing is, like, we don't teach kids how to think. We teach them how to memorize.
Right.
So the thing with like Common Core math
That's
right now,
always
like
how
everybody's
it's been.
everybody's
What's the
mad.
SST? SST. You got to take the SST. It's like I don't want to take the SST.
But everybody right now is angry because like 8 + 4 used to equal 12, and now with Common Core math, it's
8 + 2 + 2.
and it's make 10 out of this, and how can you get 12? And because we learned it as memorization.
Right.
And now they're learning it as the way. This is how computers
This is
think.
how numbers work.
Like the Common Core.
This is how numbers work.
Common Core math is based off of how your brain actually does
Process
math.
number.
And then it's like just write it down step by step by step, show your work. And because we didn't grow up learning math that way, we think that it's a horrible system.
Right. But I also always understood how numbers work together. That's why I always was very natural with math. I'm like, why can't students learn this?
See,
It's
but that's
just
the thing
how
is
numbers work together.
because we weren't
I was
learning it
terrible-
though.
I was-
We
I
weren't
couldn't
learning
explain
it.
I knew how numbers work. I
No,
couldn't explain it
we
to
learned
We were
it in
memorizing
the fact that
we
there's-
memorized at times that we memorized that
There's
3
something
times
that
3
you
is
can actually
9.
use on the left here. It's called a calculator that
Right.
actually does all that shit
Well,
for you.
remember in physical science in like 10th grade, I came up with a theorem that would help you get the answer to this question that was easier than the theorem they had in the class
All right, last one to do this has to go get the beers.
because I understood how numbers worked. But like a lot of people don't understand how numbers work. Bye, DJ. I'll take whatever you give me.
What are we getting?
Whatever you want. Whatever
Apparently he
has a
needs a
story
new
behind
glass.
it.
What do you need?
Whatever. Surprise me. Actually, let me see if I can nail it when you bring it back.
He's over one so far.
All right, well then I'm not gonna go with the red then.
No, you can get the red for yourself.
Explain to us
turn
what's
the
going on
left
in this room, please, if you will.
Sorry. Fermentation. Basically, what we're doing here is producing the beer and putting it in fermenters. Everyone's seeing the fermenters right now. What you're seeing is the back of the fermenters, and we make close to like 5,000 barrels, which is close to, or should be 1,000, 5,000, 100. Jesus Christ, I need my fucking phone.
All right.
We make a lot of beer.
So how often are you brewing on these things?
Basically, we're turning out most of our tanks in 2 to 3 weeks. AKA, we make something on the hot side and put it to you in your glass in 2 weeks.
Beautiful.
To 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Never mind. 2 weeks was beautiful. 3 weeks.
Well, if you
So
look,
what's
if you
the
look
average?
behind you, we have beer that's been in there for almost 4 years.
That's beautiful. And the nice thing I like about that is that I see the St. George name on there, which is right next door to you.
Yeah.
You
They're-
tap that resource.
I tapped that rate.
Oh, he taps that
No,
resource.
they actually, they're probably the best neighbors you'd ever want to have. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, we as Faction Brewing have to like basically come down to the fact that it's like, is this beer okay to release? You
And
know,
which one are you the most proud of? What's your favorite one?
None of them.
You like them all the same?
Always pushing for better.
Always.
So have you done a hazy beer here at Faction?
We have not.
All these breweries that say they'll never do it have done it. Are you going to do it?
I'll be 100% honest, and that I'm 80% sure that will not.
Nice.
I don't follow trends. I've been a professional brewer 20 years.
Wow, look at me.
So
Yeah.
you as comedians know the fact that it's basically bam.
I know exactly where my labs
Yeah.
are going to be.
Well,
I,
what-
I know if I flub a phrase, I'm fucked. I know what phrases I can fuck up and which ones I can't fuck up to make the set be good.
What happens when it goes short or long?
Depending on how short you went, it's fine.
Not you, the laughs.
If the laughs go short, then you have to throw in a couple more jokes that you
Right.
planned on that you didn't plan on.
Right. And if they go
What do
long,
you mean you didn't plan on?
So say I'm hired to do 30 minutes, right? And they're just not giving me anything at all. I had prepared, like I know what my 30 minutes is.
You have a feel.
I know exactly like how many jokes I can hit
You're a
off.
comedian too?
Yeah, I also.
Like I know how many jokes I can hit off in that 30 minutes. But if they're not giving me anything, I have to put in I got to put in way more material now to make up for the 8
The
minutes
material
of no
that you
laugh.
already have?
Yep.
Like you do a casino show, that can be a crapshoot. If you do a casino show, you're either crushing or you are dying a horrible death the entire time. That's casino shows. You're crushing or you're dying, and there's no middle ground in a casino show.
Not much.
Comedy club, there's a middle ground.
Yep.
Casinos, it could be, it's all or nothing, and you got to deal with it.
What about hecklers?
I love them.
So you have a lot.
It's not too often. It's not as often as.
It's not very often.
It's not as often as the general public thinks it is.
Yeah.
It's not
I'll
every
be a
show.
heckler.
It's not every show.
Hey,
Not be.
you
But
suck.
The heckler is they don't have any control
Why am
in
I
their regular
interviewing
life.
you guys now?
So like the heckler is just like this is somebody who just doesn't have attention in their regular life for the most part. They're not. They're hard to get along with outside of the comedy room. Even on the car ride over, it was hard to fucking not yell at this dude. That's how everybody in his life feels. Everybody hates this guy.
Yeah.
That guy's he's not a cunt just when he goes to comedy shows. Like, he's just always a dick. And he always thinks that he could do everything better.
He is always better.
Always. It's an armchair quarterback. You know, like, It's fucking what Derek Carr should have done is.
No,
well, it's like, shut the fuck up. You don't play
true,
football.
Here's the thing about DJ. I'll tell you this. That's probably the thing about me. I'm bad at feedback. And DJ knows that. He'll give me feedback. I'm like, fuck you,
He
DJ.
yells at me.
He's told me something. He's like, hey.
He's like, well, you
ever
weren't.
said that shit to a headliner,
Oh my
you would
God.
never be booked. You would never get anyone else. If you had told anyone else what you told me, you would never be booked. And I'm a nice guy, but I'm bad at feedback.
Anyways.
Because I feel like DJ, and the thing is, I'll like yell at DJ immediately, like, DJ, you're wrong, you don't understand my comedy, and then I'll go to sleep, and I'll think about it, like, DJ's right. DJ's right about
It takes you
comedy.
3 weeks to tell me that, though.
I know, but I'll think about it the next day I'll know.
3 weeks later, he's like, you know what, you're
I gotta
correct.
test out your theories on stage and be like, okay, DJ was right. I feel like DJ's right. Let's go on stage and try it.
But I'm a better editor than I am a writer, because you're a really good writer. Like, you can write. I don't write at all. Like, I can't script it out at all. You don't?
So
you seem like you do.
You as comedians do not write anything out?
I don't, personally.
I'm a guy who thinks of an idea and goes
How
on
do you,
stage
how do you,
immediately.
you just
Go
work
on
the
stage
crowd?
and try it out.
All right, so my set is written.
Okay,
not
I think we're done here. Do you actually write?
I don't.
I can't. I'm saying, like, when I say I don't write, I can't sit at a coffee shop and just be like, what would people laugh at?
Right.
With a blank page and just like, yo, what would people laugh
And
at?
that's how you're asking me how to make a beer.
Right.
It's like, no, we
How
don't.
it's out of feeling, right?
No, it's a feeling.
It's a feeling, exactly. So this has been episode 50 of Barley and Me with Rodger Davis here at Faction Brewing.
Salute.
And my special guest, DJ Sandhu.
Sandhu!
Well, before we get out of here, Rodger, anything you got, guys are coming up? Like beers,
Got nothing.
special events, collaborations, looking over the sea.
Got
San
nothing.
Francisco.
Nothing.
Nothing going on here in Faction. They're separatists entirely.
Just good shit year long.
Boom.
Try to-
DJ,
You don't need special events when you're making a good product.
right? They're all special events.
Oh,
Come
actually,
down Wednesday through
what we're doing
Saturday.
July 23rd, whatever that is, July 22nd, Ales for LS. We're going to have probably 40 breweries in here for Ales for LS. We're going to have a shit ton of breweries in here raising money for ALS, which is pretty much the most fucked up disease you can ever get. It's bringing a tear to my eye because we just lost a brother here in the Bay Area brewing community that died from ALS, had it, diagnosed with it, and in literally a year, he died. Fuck this disease. Let's make this happen. Everyone come out. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
And for the layman's at home, ALS is the ice bucket challenge thing. That's how most of you would know it.
So come out to that next month. here at
Support a
Faction
good
Brewing
cause.
And drink some delicious beers made by Faction Brewing and other breweries in the area. Rodger Davis, thank you so much for having us.
Salute, man.
Spending a few hours with us talking about beer,
Salute.
talking about life.
Cheers, man.